This lesson, we are going to begin on Chapter 2, and Chapter 2 is going to talk about tax compliance, the IRS, and taxing authorities. So the first part of this chapter, we are going to focus on compliance issues. So what are the due dates for filing, and how do we know when we need to file, who we need to file to, that type of concept. And then we're going to move into how the IRS determines who is selected for an audit. So if you have a problem on your tax return or a perceived problem by the IRS, you may be selected for an audit. So we're going to get into the IRS audit selection process. The next thing we'll cover is the tax law sources. So you will see that this is like the same concept as a regular law is the tax law sources. So we are going to have the legislative process of starting with the legislative sources, such as the House of Representatives and the Senate. And then we'll move into the judicial sources. So we will have our trial courts, our appeals courts, and our U.S. Supreme Court. And then we also have some administrative sources of tax law as well. So we have our Treasury regulations, which are often just referred to as regs. So if you hear reg, that is a Treasury regulation. And you will see the different sources then of the tax law. After that, we're going to get into some tax research, how you perform tax research, and evaluating some information. So this is the information that you will want to use when we do our first project of the tax memo. So this information is going to be useful for doing that memo so that you know exactly where to go to research the topics and how you evaluate the information once you have it researched. And then the final two objectives in this lesson are going to be to describe the taxpayer responsibilities in providing tax advice. So you'll see what exactly does a tax practitioner have to look for, and what are the responsibilities, and then if that advice may or may not be the best advice, then what would be the penalties to both the taxpayer and the tax practitioner if there is a problem with those returns. So again, this chapter is all about compliance and the taxing authorities. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out and we are happy to help. Have a great day.